Well, for those of you who just clicked on this video wanting a quick answer, here it is. Not everything can be successfully turned into an Ultimate Collector Series set. So, there you go. That will be the main takeaway from this video. So if at any point you get bored of the sound of my voice, you can safely click away knowing that you already got everything that you came for. I hope that it's a satisfying answer for you. And if it's not a satisfying answer for you, then I guess I better explain myself a little bit right now, shouldn't I? So, when I say that not everything can be successfully turned into a UCS set, that is absolutely not a rip on Caesar Soares, the guy who designed this Landspeeder. This UCS Luke's Landspeeder is one of the single best LEGO Star Wars sets ever, especially when you compare it to the other UCS sets out there. The UCS AT-AT has legs that are, let's be honest, way too thick to be considered accurate. The UCS Razor Crest suffers severely from the lack of a custom windshield piece. The UCS X-Wing has really bad wing sag, and although I cannot speak from experience here, I do know that the UCS Star Destroyer is pretty wobbly on that stand. The UCS Luke's Landspeeder suffers from almost no problems at all. Even some of the best UCS builds still suffer from controversy or lack of quality in the minifigure department. That simply cannot be said about the UCS Luke's Landspeeder. It includes the perfect 3PO minifigure, and they've done Farm Boy Luke enough times by now that I'm pretty sure the minifigure designer could identify Mark Hamill just by touching his face, so you know that there were absolutely no problems there. The point is, there are virtually no issues that you can point to with this UCS Luke's Landspeeder. Really, the only thing that you could make a case for is that these should have been printed pieces as opposed to stickered, but I digress. This Landspeeder is about as close to perfect as you can possibly hope to get. However, despite how incredible this model is, finding sealed copies of this on the secondary market for $40, $60, sometimes even $55 below MSRP is about as easy as tying your shoe. Yeah, these are aftermarket prices. This set has been retired for quite a while now, and it is still less than its original retail value of $240. That is crazy. Really, the only other sets that I can think of off the top of my head that I know this happened for were some of the less popular sequel sets. It just doesn't happen. But it happened here. And not because this is some crappy set or anything, but because, well, all it is a Luke's Landspeeder. When you go to design something for the Ultimate Collector Series, it has to be just that. Ultimate. It has to have that coolness factor to it. Otherwise, it flops. I can almost guarantee you that 9 out of 10 LEGO Star Wars fans are going to take a mediocre or even a crappy UCS Acclimator over this perfect UCS Luke's Landspeeder. I mean, shoot, despite all the issues that I listed earlier, I would still never say that Luke's Landspeeder is a better set than any of these behemoths. All of these sets have that coolness factor, and so they just get cut a lot more slack. And that's because despite all these having more quality issues than Luke's Landspeeder, whether that be in the build or in the minifigures, they don't have the most egregious issue that Luke's Landspeeder does suffer from. That being, why was this chosen to be a UCS set? Now, don't get me wrong, I am very glad that this set exists, and I have to imagine that the LEGO group is too. And not because it was a bestseller or anything, but because it gave them a chance to look at the numbers and think, maybe we can't just turn anything and everything into a UCS set and our consumers will buy it. You have to imagine that once the numbers started coming in, a lot of really interesting UCS sets ideas probably went out the window. Whether that's for better or for worse, Who knows? All that I can say is, thanks for watching.